Everybody set? Go ahead, Coach.
At this point in the season, we're relatively happy to be 9-3, despite leaving a couple on the table. There were very winnable games. This was a game that I thought would be a real challenge. They spread you out. They're small. They shoot the three really, really well. They have guys that can get anywhere they want to with the ball. And a lot of people have picked to win the Horizon League, which is obviously a really good basketball conference. And then after the two heartbreaking losses, you never know how your guys are going to respond. Our guys came back with great spirit in practice, really intentional about working and continuing to develop our chemistry. And I thought we saw a lot of carryover from what we've been focused on to what we did in the game, other than the obvious TO turnovers.
Chris?
You just talk about the work that Roddy did on the offensive glass and the work that you guys did on the boards.
I thought we were especially early, we were moving and cutting, and when we generate, if you just watch the game of basketball, when the team generates a really good shot, typically there's players on the glass. They can anticipate the shot, they see it coming, and there's a synergy to it, and I thought that really helped him. It seemed like our cutting, our screening gave us great looks, and then the guys were on the glass. Yeah, I thought Roddy played really well tonight. I thought he made a lot of invisible plays. Obviously, getting 12 and 6 and 4 is a great line, but I thought his decision making was sound. I thought defensively, when we didn't play him in long stretches, the second half he made a big jump defensively in the second half as well.
Zach?
Your team started 8 for 9 from 3, also had over 75% shooting that first half. Can you just talk about what a confidence building that is just to shoot that well in the first half?
We felt like coming back home, as long as we got more paint touch threes, rhythm threes, that we would shoot it well because we have good shooters. And so I think the last couple games, there have been times when we're pulling away from the basket, we're on our heels, we didn't have a chance to get our feet ahead of the pass, and we shot it anyway because we were open, but the percentage of those shots are certainly lower than step-in threes, but also like we just have too many weapons to shoot okay shots. And I thought for the most part tonight we turned down a lot of good shots to get really good shots.
Steve?
Who is your backup point guard? And talk about what Justin Pippen gave you today.
Yeah, Reuben Jones has been at times. LJ, Pip have all been bad at times. And then usually when Trey's out, we try to have Danny Wolf in just to help relieve some pressure and alleviate some of those things. But Justin Pippen's good. He's been around the game a long, long time, and we value, and I think our staff does as good a job as anyone in the country at valuing all those details and invisible plays. But he does that for us at all times, so he's got to take the pressure off of making and missing and hunting shots. He had a couple of nice drives today. He stepped his heels on the sideline. The court geography he'll continue to get better at as we get more fluid with our stuff. But the shots went in. They were on good balance. Sam's going to, once again, we believe in Sam. Just him being on the court makes everyone else significantly better.
Tony?
Yeah, Dusty, one more on, if we could, on where you started, just where you're at, big picture, 'cause sometimes it's easy to lose it when the teams are mismatched like this. Just where you're at and coming off those two losses before, if you could just continue to expand on that and how you feel about this team heading into Big Ten play. Like, I don't know if today changes anything, right? A day where you're making shot, like.
No, today, the way we practice, the way we interact with each other, our attitude every day, those are the things that give me hope or bring fear and anxiety. I love our staff, I love our players. So if we continue to grow together and support each other and do it for each other, then I think this team has a really high ceiling. A mentor of mine said this a few years ago. Unfortunately, there's going to be about 5 of those in the entire nation of teams that are really committed to doing it with each other, for each other. And so if we can, then we're going to have a great season. If not, there's going to be bumps in the road, and there'll probably be bumps in the road either way. But I like the direction we're going. I see our turnovers are different now. We're not making the same ones. I think we're getting better on the glass, our communication. The things that are going to give you long-term success are improving.
So the close losses, you're seeing, I mean, obviously 3, 5 total points. You see it more as like could be undefeated than a problem of not closing out, or how do you weigh those?
Yeah, we certainly could be undefeated, but we also could have lost to Iowa. We could have, there's some other. It's just yes, we wish we had those games back. There's been a lot that went into losing those games. But at the end of the day, we played really, really high-level basketball for about 25 to 30 minutes in all three of them. And our goal is to just get closer to 40 minutes of high-level basketball. And I think as coaches, we're not looking for perfection. We're just looking for intense, passionate effort for 40 minutes. And like I said, because we have good players that know how to play this game, we trust that the chips will fall where they may.
Steve?
Dusty, can you evaluate LJ Kaysen at this point and where you see what you like and what you think needs improvement?
His practice habits have to improve. His day-to-day work. There's no way that I've lost any faith in him. We've lost any faith in him. He's a player, and just sometimes you go with guys that have done it at this level, and there's a comfort level of guys that are 21 versus 18. But he's going to get there if he stays committed to the process of working and growing and I guess embracing. I don't want to call it failure because it's all temporary. None of it's final, but just embracing that this is going to be difficult and everyone goes through it. Almost everyone goes through it, and if you bust that wall down, then you're usually like where you are on the other side.
Chris, you want to close us out?
Now, you talked about we're needing to be together. How close are you in terms of, I know you say you're trending in the right direction, but do you feel really good about these guys playing for each other right now?
I do. I do. In practice, you can see the guys communicating better. Like we just told them, we played 12 games together. We played 12 basketball games as a group. We have a new staff. Majority of us haven't worked together. As far as the players, staff, the unity, we just haven't. And so I would love to be, firing on all cylinders right now, but realistically, I don't think anyone's doing that. And should we expect to be doing that, it would probably be a little bit, I guess, naive. But yeah, I like the direction we're going. I don't think we've been discouraged at all, except maybe just a few decisions in place here and there. There's never been discouragement about our competitive, our level of competitive spirit and things like that.
But in terms of your guys playing for each other and caring about their teammates as much as they care about
I think assists are very indicative of a team. And one of the things that we preach internally is that when people watch it, when fans and people watch us play, man, that looks like a team that enjoys sharing the ball, that are playing for each other, and it should jump out at you. And I think, and we ask people that know the game that aren't in our circle advice and what they see just as for curiosity, because we're in the fire. And most of them say the same thing. Your guys, they share the ball, they want to do the right things, and that's how you get there. I mean, whether it's in 2 weeks, a month. But like I said, if you're really peaking now, you're probably not going to be playing great ball in March, because there's going to be so much extra outside noise and adversity that you probably won't be able to sustain it.
Coach, thank you very much. Have a